Hello everyone and welcome to class. My name is Bry'Anne and today's yoga sequence is going to feature Ekapada Koundinyasana 2. It is a flying splits pose or a variation thereof. Personally, I use a lot of cheats to get into this one and I'm going to introduce you to all of those things during this sequence. If arm balances aren't your jam, don't fret about it. We're going to go through the sequence. It's going to prep us to get something out of that posture, but it is by no means a requirement. So always meet things where you are, personalize your practice, and do what feels right for your body in this moment as you are today. So let's begin on our mat, lying on our backs. We're gonna wake up our hamstrings. So splits, we're in, these straight leg extended positions. We wanna make sure that we have our hamstrings nice and long to start. Let's place our right leg down, left leg extends up. You can point through those toes and then pull back, drive through the heel, point and pull, and perhaps walk your hands up the back of your leg, pulling it a bit closer to your nose. You can relax through your head. Try not to let your tailbone come up. Let's switch this out. Left foot down, right leg up, point and flex. Maybe walk the arms up. Maybe pull shin or knee towards your nose. Try to keep your low back glued down. And we're going to take this a little bit deeper. So right leg down, extend it out long, pull those toes back. Extend your left leg up, maybe reach up for the ankle, pull it close, and switch it out. So keep the leg long, switch, pull your right leg in. Maybe your left heel floats this time, and switch. Pull it in, and pull it in. You can alternate between pointing your toes and flexing through your feet. Just getting everything woken up, the core woken up as well, especially if you have your head up. Try to keep your back nice and flat to the mat. Keep switching, 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 and switching. Pull both of the knees in towards your chest. Hold each shin with the corresponding hand and circle around. Let's go in one direction and in the opposite direction. Taking a variation of our happy baby, Ananda Balasana, bring your hands inside. So I'm going to hook my elbows behind my knee, so on the top of the back of my thigh here. From there, I'm pulling down, so bringing the elbows towards the floor. You can bring your hands to your feet if you want, but we really want to get the tricep on the inside of the thigh. That's what we're trying to do with this posture today. You can rock side to side, you can move around. And then let's bring our feet together, continue to press the tricep, the elbow against that inside part of your thigh. And then bring both knees in towards your chest. Go ahead and rock and roll a few times using momentum. That's going to help us get into these arm balances as well before coming into a seated position. Let's bring our hands behind us, straighten through the legs, flex through the feet, sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, drive the fingertips towards the toes. You want to extend through the crown of the head. So I'm using my core to pull myself forward rather than rounding through my low back, okay? So pull forward, allow your hands to land wherever they land, and then use the biceps to pull yourself even further into that fold. Again, really lengthening the backside of our body here. As we inhale, sit up. Exhale, bring your hands over to the left. So we're folding, but now we're at an angle. Notice what happens in your feet. They might dance, okay? So for me, my right foot automatically comes forward. That means my hips are twisting open. So I'm gonna pull my right hip back, left hip forward, and continue to reach through those fingertips. As you inhale, back off, come through center, take it to the opposite side, reach forward fold, so crown of the head towards that top corner of your mat. Try to keep the hips square, so pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, come center, exhale, Paschimottanasana one more time. Fingertips reaching, maybe you can take that fold a bit deeper. You can have a bend through your knees. Just meet it where you are, a little shift side to side. Ooh. And inhale, come up into a seat. Cross your legs, come forward into a tabletop. We're practicing our forward shifts, leaning into the unknown, loading those fingertips because that's going to apply here just as it does any other arm balance. We've got to lean far enough forward in order to counterbalance the rest of our body. Take a little side to side wiggle. You can turn your fingertips out to the side or towards your knees, pedal out the arms. Just warm yourself up in whatever way feels right for you in this moment. And then let's come back into our tabletop. Send your left leg back. You're gonna push back into the ball of that foot, getting a stretch through the back of your calf. Let's inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your tailbone up, bring your gaze forward, cow. And exhale, round, find your cat. Inhale, come through neutral. Your right toes are tucked under. Let's exhale, send your hips high. So we are in a staggered downward facing dog. Most of your weight should be in that left foot. Keep pressing back with your hands. Same thing here. Let's inhale, find that cow back. Lift your tailbone up, bring your gaze forward. And exhale. Round through your spine, tuck through your tail. Feel the different areas of your body stretch when you change the position of your pelvis. Let's inhale, come back through neutral. We're going to begin to walk our hands back. As we do this, we're floating through our back leg. Hopefully you have enough room coming into a standing split. So it's not about how high that right leg gets. We want to keep our hips square. We want to keep our toes active. Fingertips can walk in closer towards those left toes if that is available to you. Crown of the head down towards the floor. Again, right toes facing down towards your mat. With your breath in, flatten your back out. Maybe bring your hands in heart center for a warrior three. Long line from the crown of the head to the heel. As you exhale, hands are going to come down for support. This is a bit of a tricky transition. You're bending through both of your knees. See if you can pop your left heel up. Right knee comes in super tight and then kick it through. So we are basically in a pistol squat. Use blocks if you need to. Bring your hands outside if you need to. That heel comes down. Glide it really far forward. Bend through your front knee and then reach your arms up. Koundinyasana on the right side. Let's exhale, half split, straighten through your front leg. I like to push my heel further forward still. Your right hip is drawing back, left hip drawing forward. Right toes pulling towards your nose. Let's inhale, lift up halfway. Imagine flattening out your back. And exhale, fold forward. Drive your elbows down towards the floor. Inhale, back it off. Exhale, perhaps extend that leg further forward. Drop those elbows down. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling, maybe you come down into a full split. I'm not going to do that today, but you do you. With your next breath in, shift that back knee forward if you pulled it back. Bend through your front leg. Walk your hands inside. We're coming to a lizard lunge. So we're going to work on getting our tricep in towards this inner thigh here. I'm going to turn here so you can see what I'm talking about. It's as if we want to put our thigh on our arm like a backpack. So you can bring your hand underneath, you can lift up the heel, you can even place it down, you can stay up on the big toes, maybe you come down onto that forearm. We're just getting deep flexion through that hip, trying to get it more or less in line with our torso here. It's going to help us out later. As you inhale, come back up onto your hands. We're going to sweep our right leg to the side and then send it back behind us, coming back into our staggered tabletop. Press back into the ball of the foot. Let's inhale, find your cow back. Exhale, find your cat. Inhale through neutral. Exhale, tuck, lift the hips, drive that right heel down towards the floor. Inhale, find your cow back in this downward facing dog variation. Exhale, find your cat, round, tuck through the tail. Inhale, back to neutral. Walk your hands back, keep the weight in that right foot. Sweep your left leg back, coming through a standing split. Hips are square. If I brought my hands to my hip bones, they would be pointing down towards the floor. You can walk your hands in closer to that standing leg. Crown of the head coming down, belly towards the top of the thigh. As you inhale, flatten out your back. Hands come in toward heart center. Virabhadrasana 3, warrior 3. Pistol transition. Exhale, plant the hands, draw that knee in, bend through both of your knees, coming up high on the ball of your right foot. Glide your left leg through, drive the heel forward, bend through your front knee, reach your arms up, square through those hips. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. So heel drives forward, toes pull back, left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, flatten out your back. And exhale, fold. I like to imagine driving my elbows down towards the floor. Inhale, lift up if you want. Create a little more space. And exhale, fold it forward. One more time, inhaling. Exhaling, folding. Try to keep your hips square. Inhale, let's back off. Get your base. Bend through your front leg. Lizard variation here. You can keep your back knee down. You can tuck and lift the back knee up. For some of us, it'll make it more accessible to get that elbow, that tricep underneath that thigh. So I'm pulling my torso towards the floor, continuing to pull forward. Try not to peel open through this front foot too much. Knee is driving forward or towards the top left corner of your mat. You can shift forward and back, a little wiggle side to side, just feeling that out. And then let's plant our left hand down, right knee down, sweep your left leg back, plant through the ball of the foot, lift the hips, lift your left foot up. As you exhale, drive the knee towards the elbow. So I'm creating lots of space, pressing the floor away, protracting through my shoulder blades. Let's inhale, lift it up. Exhale, draw that left knee in towards the elbow, towards the tricep, towards the armpit. Let's inhale, lift it up. Last time. Exhale, pull it in, tight as you can. Now I'm gonna bend, letting my knee come out to the side. I'm creating a frame so my right elbow is into my hip and my inner thigh is on the left tricep. So from here, I'm gonna shift forward until my lower body simply comes up off of the mat. It's really hard to do that in slow motion. That is our variation of Ekapada koundinyasana. Now, if you want to extend your left leg, you're welcome to extend it out to the side. Traditionally, we have our arms framing our torso. Having them in, like I do, is more of a cheat. It's going to take some of the pressure, some of the strength requirements off of your upper body. All right, join me back in your downward facing dog. Lift that left leg up. As you exhale, step it through, replacing your left hand. Your back heel is going to spin down. We're coming into a warrior 1. So I like a shorter stance, and my toes are facing the top right corner, heels more or less in line. Reach those arms up. I'm not nearly as low in a lunge as I would be in a warrior 2. Let's exhale, bring your hands behind, interlace. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, drive the knuckles down towards the floor, lift through the chest, and exhale. Humble warrior. Shoulder is coming in line with my thigh. I'm driving my knuckles up towards the ceiling. Head can come down. As you inhale, thumbs come in, pivot on your back foot, reach your arms up, crescent lunge, adjust your feet as you need to. Exhale, plant the hands, framing that front foot. Sweep your left leg up, coming into our balance once again. Exhale, pull that knee in, out to the side, find your shift forward, lift the back leg up. Replace, send your left heel up one more time, and exhale, lower it down, right into the right side. Inhale, give it a lift. Exhale, knee in towards the elbow. Let's inhale, lift it up. Exhale, knee in towards the tricep, shift, pull it in. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shift it forward, pull it in towards the armpit. This time as we inhale, we're lifting up. Exhale, shift forward, bend through your elbows, find your platform, make your adjustments, and then see if you can float that back foot up. Lower those left toes down. Inhale, lift your right heel up, and exhale, step it through into your warrior 1. Back heel spins down, arms rise up. Exhale, interlace behind. Inhale, drive the knuckles down, open through the chest. Exhale, humble warrior, bow forward, coming inside of that thigh. Inhale, crescent lunge, Alanasana. So for me, I have to widen my stance. My back foot wiggles back, hips square up, Right hip back, left hip forward. Exhale, hands frame, sweep your right leg up. One more time. Exhale, drive it forward. Find your shift, find your platform, find your support. Lift it up. Lower down, send that leg back high, and exhale. Foot comes down to meet the left. Let's inhale, come up high on the balls of your feet. As you exhale, bend through your knees, widen them up as you walk your hands back into this narrow squat position at the back. It's kind of like I'm sitting like a frog. So here you have a minute or two to play. So we checked out this brand new arm balance, or new to us, new to our time together. Now we can check out some of our old favorites and see where we are. A few variations. You can come into a crow, hands in front, find heels in towards the glutes. Perhaps you are bringing your head down to the floor in some kind of tripod position. Maybe you're bringing those knees in. Maybe you're stagging them. Up to you. You can take a baby crow pose. Forearms come down. Find your forward lean. Lift the toes up. Woo. Maybe you're playing with your ekapada koundinyasana a little bit more. I know we very literally flew through these poses in this sequence. So take a second or two, see where you are, check things out. And then we are going to come down into a butterfly pose at the back of our mat. So hips down, soles of the feet open. If you're off, scoot your way up. I like to pull my heels in pretty close, sit up tall, apply pressure on those inner thighs or inner shins with the elbows, pull the neck forward, pull the crown of the head forward, pull the chest forward, and exhale. You can fold into this. Few deep breaths, allowing gravity to assist your knees as they fall open towards the floor, lengthening the inner part of your thighs. Let's inhale, sitting up. I'm going to send my right leg forward and then turn so that my body is facing the left side of my mat for my Janustirsasana. So let's inhale, sit up tall. We've got to flex through our right foot. Let's exhale, fold forward. So walk your hands out in front of you. We want to try to keep our back flat so gaze is going out in front. Let's exhale, fold a little deeper. Maybe your forearms come down. Inhale, tense up. As you exhale, bring your hands on the inside of your right leg. Look towards those toes. And exhale, fold. Inhale, tense up. Reach for that big toe or the pinky edge of your foot, thumb up. Inner arch of the foot, thumb down. And then peel open through that left side. Reach long through your left fingertips. And exhale. Lower down. Inhale, sit up. We're going to frame that right leg. Bring that left sole of the foot in closer if you haven't. And exhale. Crawl your fingertips out towards that heel. Use your arms as some leverage to pull the crown of your head closer to your toes. Let's inhale to sit up. We're going to switch this out. For me, I've got to scooch more forward on my mat. If you want to turn around, that's no problem. Your practice. Sit it up tall. Left leg's extended, toes back towards us. And exhale, walk your hands out in front. Try to keep your back flat. Try to keep your hips driving back. Gaze is out in front of you. So about 2 inches, 3 inches in front of your fingertips. Exhale, fold, elbows come down. Inhale, tense up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, tense up. Walk your hands to the inside of that thigh. And exhale, fold. So our breath is not only a way that we can mediate and communicate with our nervous system, it also creates a physical change in our body. So as we inhale, generally we lose some of the length because we're expanding width-wise. As we exhale, the width is contracting. We're getting a bit smaller, so we have more to work with. Let's reach for those toes, inner arch or pinky edge, and then inhale, peel open through that right side. See what it feels like to have your palm up. See what it feels like to rotate the palm down. Notice where your shoulders are. Try to pull them down out of your ears. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale, close it off. Inhale, tense up, frame that leg, and exhale, fold. Maybe reach around for that heel, for whatever you can reach, bending through the elbows, pulling the crown of the head towards the toes, belly towards the thighs, leg nice and straight, back of the knee driving down towards the floor. Let's inhale to sit up. Exhale, bring your feet forward. We're coming into our Paschimottanasana once again. So we started here. We just did a bunch of work, especially on the back of our body. So let's see what that has to say about this pose now. Bring your arms up and exhale, hinge forward, reach for those heels. Maybe walk your sits bones back. And fold into this. As you inhale, come back up into a seat. We're going to finish off with a fish pose. So I'm creating a bit of a diamond behind me. You can also make something more like a W if that feels better for your shoulders. Your forearms come down, point through your toes, roll your shoulders back, press your forearms down into the floor, lift through your chest, and then bring your gaze up overhead. Try not to dump into this. We want to extend the entire front line of our body. It takes a bit of intentionality on your part. As you exhale, chin comes in towards your chest. Pull those toes up. Lower yourself down. Bring both knees in toward your chest. And then bring them off to the left side. You can keep your knees bent or extend your top leg, maybe extend your bottom leg, extend your right arm out long. Gaze goes to the right. Bring things back through center and then cross over to the right side, extend through the left. Option to extend your legs if you have the room for it. Bring everything back in through center. Happy baby. Again, we can hook with those elbows, taking this variation, seeing how it feels this second time around. Maybe you're holding on to the feet, extending one leg and then the other. Just depend on what works for you today. Maybe extend both legs in a reclined forward fold. Draw the hips, the low back down towards the floor. And as you exhale, bend through those knees, send your legs out. You can cactus through your arms, let your toes fall towards the top corners of your mat. Finding your way into a Shavasana, which is where we will finish our practice here together. Feel free to stay for as long as you'd like, softening your gaze, closing your eyes, and settling into your breath.